It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you subscribe? Won't you subscribe? Won't you please subscribe to my channel? Hey, howdy, everybody. Hey. That's right. For those of you who have not yet subscribed to my channel, welcome. Now hit that button. Come on, hit it. You know where it's at. In the just below this video, in the right hand corner. It's a little red. It says subscribe. Those of you who have already subscribed, thank you. I appreciate ya. Today's video makeup, we're going to be doing one of my favorites. All of my foundations are my favorite. Kat Von D. Kat Von D full coverage. This one is warm 74. I usually do 72 deep, which is a more reddish or actually orangey. It could be a little Oompa Loompa. But I personally like my foundations to be more on the reddish side, orangey side. It's easier for me to tone down, and it also helps. I have a lot of discolorations and hyperpigmentation. I don't know if you can see that or not around my jawline. This stuff is thick. It works. And I'll be using Kat Von D, well, if I can get it open here, powder. Try not to blind you. Number 72. This is 72 deep. Yeah, 72 deep. Powder. That's what the front of it looks like. Cute. Anyway, let's get started. I'm using I have an old compact pan that I use as a mixing pan. And with this, you want to start off, it is thick, it is full coverage, long wearing. As you can tell, I've already done a little bit to my eyes, tried to anyway. And I've already put on my lips. For lips, we are going with Beauty Bakeries. She's so jelly. I'm jelly, baby, jelly. All right, let's get started here. Let's get this party started. Let's see how full coverage Kat is today. All right, so I think I put 2 pumps in the pan, swirling the brush around to mix it up a little bit. Mix it up. All right, watch this. You want, whenever applying foundation, always start in the area that you need the most coverage, because more than likely you'll have to go back. You'll want to go back and apply another coating or layer. And if you do that first, where you need the most coverage, by the time you do the rest of your face and get ready to come back for that, that first layer would have been started to set in. It'll start set and dry. Okay, so that's the purpose of that. Ooh, I think I got too much. And it looks a little orangey brownish right now. It may look too light. I forgot with this, I only needed 1 pump, and I put 2. Ooh, no wonder I'm looking like a Oompa Loompa. No wonder. It's been a while since I've worn it. But yeah, I only needed 1 pump. 2 pump to do a full face, just 1 pump. And look, you see how it covered that? You can't really even tell, can you? Go ahead and do the neck. Can't even tell that I had discoloration. And I'm just stippling it on. Look at that. See those, you don't see any of those dark spots, do you, that I had before? Kat Von D is a tattoo artist, and she formulated her foundation to already prime. I don't know if I told y'all or not before I started. I already primed my face. I primed it with Milani. I usually use my Holy Grail primer, but with Kat Von D, because this is so mattifying, I didn't use my Holy Grail primer's Becca, and Becca is already mattifying and drying, so I thought I'd use a silicone-based primer. Let me get the big mirror out so I can see. Oh yeah, look at that, covered that. I could, if I wanted to, be extra, put another layer on, but I'm not, because I really don't need it. Look at that. I know it doesn't really do justice, this camera, but when it's this lighting, but you cannot see any dark spots whatsoever. And this, just like I said, this is just one layer, one pump and one coating of foundation. Now I will tell you this, with the Kat Von D foundation, it is clingy, it's thick, but believe it or not, you really can't tell that you have it on. Now, eventually, like when you first apply it, you might feel a little bit foundation feel, but it's not heavy. It's when it starts to set. It's when it starts to set in, you might be able to feel it starting to set. But after that, a few seconds, you will not be able to tell at all. So look at that. I mean, it covered it. Flawless. What I was getting at when I said, what I was getting at, make sure that you are clean shaven or waxed or whatever you do to remove the hair off your face, your facial hair, because it will cling to it and it will show up. Okay? See, look at that. Look at that. Sorry about that, folks. Look. And I know it looks a little shiny in the camera, but really it's not. Ooh, looking good. Even if I have to say so myself, it does look good. What can I say? And I'm going to show y'all, okay, this, just using what I have left on my brush. You see the dark spots on my chest? Watch this. That's just with what I have left on my brush. You notice I'm going to use what's left in my pan. Watch this. See how it gets rid of, it's gone. Yeah, I'll wipe it off before I put my shirt on. But I just wanted to show you all. See, she's a tattoo artist and she formulated her foundations to cover her tattoos. And so I figure if it covers her tattoos, it will cover my spots. Look at that. And this is just what was left in the pan and on the brush. I did not do another pump. And it got rid of those dark spots that I had on my chest. Amazing, isn't it? Okay. Now, we got that on there. Oh, let's do just a tad bit of contour on the, I'm trying to see which brush I'm going to use. I'll use this little. This is Estee Lauder powder I'm using as a powder contour. Yeah, I'm just placing it on there now. I'll go back and blend it in just a moment. And let me use, let's see if I can use this again. Just to add a little depth and dimension to my face. Let me use another. Oh, I may have to use a sponge. Let's use a sponge. Oh, here's my other brush that I was looking for. Right here. Yeah. Go through and I need a big fluffy bluffer. Buff this. Yeah, I have to try to really blend that. I got a little heavy-handed on that side. A little too much. So we have to blend. A little nose right over here. Where's that other? Yeah, I'll use this sponge here for the nose. Get the big mirror. Hold on. Let me see what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. And I'm going to use, let me wet this other end of the sponge because I'm going to use a little Milani 2-in-1 concealer foundation as an under eye concealer. Gotta get a damp sponge. And this is, like I said, Milani 2-in-1 concealer, number 11, way too light. So I'm using it as a, whoops, I think I got too much. The mirror. I just got to see. Yeah. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, see, I got that blended. I got a little bit on my eye shadow. That's all right. It's all good. Had a friend used to say that all the time. I hated when he said that. It's all good. I cannot stand that. Now, let's set this bad boy. Okay, let's set it with a little, why is it I can't ever find, I have everything sitting out before I start, and now that I've started, wouldn't you know, okay, I have a little bit left on this brush. Using a little bit of my Ben Nye Topaz setting powder to set this. I had some left on. I was experimenting with some. Oh, when I did my eyes, I used it to set the concealer on my eyes. So I'll use it for this as well, because it doesn't take much, just a tad. Got that set. Let's get the blending brush to blend. Okay, here's the buff blender. Kind of buff, knock off that extra powder, excess powder from under there. Don't want it to be cakey. Okay. Then I'm gonna spray a little. Wish I could find. Oh, here it is. Duh. Yeah, so I can set my whole face. Oh, blush. And this is just a. I'll use a very light, very extremely light baked Milani baked blush. I can't read. I think this is the rose. Don't quote me on that. Just a little. Don't want to get carried away. Don't want rosy rose cheeks. Just enough to add a little bit of color. Kind of offset that contour since I got carried away with it. Told y'all, I'll stop talking about get heavy-handed. Okay. Now let's blend that in. Get that buffed in and blend it in. Mix together. But can you see how? I mean, not like I said, I could put another layer of foundation, but I'm not. Because wait, watch when I put the let me go ahead and spray this using Kat Von D's Lock-It. And by the way, speaking of Kat Von D Lock-It, this, I forgot to tell y'all, this foundation is called Lock-It. Kat Von D's Lock-It. Because she has several other foundation formulas, but this is the Lock-It formula. It's Lock-It, like lock it in. That's what this is. And this is the Lock-It setting spray. Yeah, the Lock-It setting spray. Give it a little shake. And I love this because it's mist. Ooh, it's very fine. Doesn't even feel like it's going on. Very fine mist. We'll let that sit for a moment. Let it sit, let it sit. So I can set in, dry. I think I'm let me look in the mirror right quick, see how that, yeah, it's set up pretty good. I was looking at the concealer because I'm getting ready to put on my powder and already did the blush, so I want to make sure everything is in place, because once I put this stuff on, no turning back. Ain't no turning back. Now, something else for me, what I've noticed with the Kat Von D powder, I've first tried the powder before I tried the foundation, hated it. So I gave it to my mother. My mother loved it. And the reason I didn't like it, I love the color and everything, but it wouldn't stay on. That stuff would transfer like crazy. Well, I found out two things I was doing wrong. With the powder, Kat Von D's powder, it takes very little. That's why I don't understand how my mom managed to go through, what, two? She hit pan twice last year in 1 year. Anyway, because it doesn't take much. The other thing I found out I was doing wrong with the powder, I said I was using too much. But the way I use her powder is I set it like that. You already saw me spray some of her setting spray. And I take a damp sponge instead of using a brush or a dry sponge. I found out if I use a damp sponge to apply it, that helps set it down and melt it into my skin. And it won't transfer like it did before. See, press and pat and press. And like I said, it doesn't take much. Then I'll go back through. I think my sponge was a little wet, a little too wet. It was more than damp, but that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, it doesn't take much. Just bounce more, bounce to the young. You'll see how it's gonna turn out. You see how it's gonna turn out when I finish. But yeah, it doesn't take much. So a little goes a long way. So I'm like, well, and it looks so beautiful. It just smooths your skin out. Flawless, makes it really flawless. So I'm like, when I saw my mom wearing it, I'm like, let me go back and get another one. Let me try that again. So that's when I started experimenting. And then I purchased I was using just my regular Ben Nye. And those of you who've watched several of my videos, you know Ben Nye is what I call the Fort Knox of setting sprays. And this stuff was going through, her powder was going through Fort Knox. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. How are you getting through my Ben Nye Final Seal? So I said, well, let me use all of her products that are formulated together. And that's what I found out with her products, although I did not use her primer this time because I forgot to bring it with me. But I found with her products, you really do have to use her full line. The primer, the setting spray, the powder, and the foundation. It doesn't play well. I mean, you know, it looks good and goes on well with other products. However, it won't. For at least for me anyway, it didn't stop the transfer. The only thing that stopped the transferring, you know, off my collar and onto, you know, stuff is by me using all of her products. So they are formulated together to work together. So that's what I said. Oh, okay. So I have to use all of her products. Now I don't have to use it, but if I want, you know, flawless finish that's not going to rub off, transfer off to my collar or whatever, then yeah. But yeah, her products, they work well with everything, but with all other my products. But if you just want it to make sure it doesn't transfer, you have to use her full line, is what I've noticed. Okay, I got the powder on there. Now I'm going to go through and buff it out, knock off the excess and blend it in, because I'm getting ready to set it and forget it. Set it, but see, let me see if I can come in a little closer. Hold on. See, those dark spots are virtually gone. See, I could put another layer because you can just barely see it. But for the most part, they're gone. You know, I'm getting ready to start at work, so I don't need to look all glam. So this is fine. One layer is fine. Nobody's going to see me anyway. But it's just nice for me to look nice, just for me. Okay. I think I got it all blended, smooth. Now, let me put another spray of Kat. Woo, that's the Kat Von D Lockets. And I think I'm going to do a layer of, well, not a layer, but a very light dusting of Ben Nye Topaz setting powder on top of this, yeah. So let me let this settle in, settle down. It dried just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead while y'all waiting for this to dry. Go ahead and like this video. Hit that thumbs up. You know you like it. You know you like all my videos. So I don't know why y'all don't do it as soon as you click on it. You know you need to. You know you need to. That way you don't forget and I won't have to tell you. Because you know you're going to like all my videos now. So, yeah, just to be a little extra. Yeah, a little extra setting. Okay. Stipple that in. Then go back through. Brush. Yeah, I'm not trying to look all made up. Yeah, this is just a little natural, just a little something to say. Yes, she got a little something on her face. Yeah, look at Rock. Got a little something going on her face. That's all this is. Yeah, I'm not trying to look all, you know, supermodel-y. Yeah, I can look all supermodel-y. Y'all didn't think I can, huh? Yes, so I sure can. Let's do another little half spritz of Locket spray. We'll let that dry. And yeah, something else Kat does. She does a lot of goth. You know, she's one of those goth people. So that's why I wore the dark lips. Even though it's not a Kat lipstick, I wore the dark lips. And since this is Black History Month, February, I thought, well, Kat's not black, but the Beauty Bakery Lip Whip is black-owned company. So that's something I would like. While we're waiting for this to dry, to set, I want you all to try to, for, you know, whether it's one day, 1 week, for the whole month, whatever, try to wear something, you know, try to, what's the word? You all know what I'm saying. Give some of the black-owned makeup brands some love, okay? Whether it's Juvia's Place or, let's see, Black Opal, I'm not sure if Black Radiance is still black owned. They started out being, that's just like this company called Black Up and Shea Moisture. They're no longer black owned. They were started by black people. However, yeah, but I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, all right, now let's, but yeah, try to, Iman, she's another good one. Black owned makeup brand. Okay, now I'm going in with my Ben Nye Final Steel to set it off. Yeah, this smells just like minty mouthwash. I mean, it smells good, but when it's all in your face, it's kind of overpowering. But it works. That's why I continue to use it. Woo! Alrighty now. We'll let that set. Let it set. I think I got a little carried away with the Ben Nye. Yeah, I'll wipe that off. Off camera. I'll wipe that off camera. But that's it, ladies and gents. Hope you enjoyed it. Ta-ta.